Welcome to our culinary journey through Turkmenistan. You lot think you know flavor? You think you've tasted real food? Well, get ready to have your taste buds blown because today, we're diving headfirst into the heart of Central Asian cuisine. Today, we're exploring 8 traditional and famous dishes from this fascinating country. We're talking about recipes passed down through generations, each bite bursting with history and tradition. Get your notepads ready because you'll want to recreate these dishes. But be warned, we're not talking about some dainty, poncy little plates here. This is proper food, hearty and full of flavor. So buckle up, you donkey, and get ready for a wild ride through the culinary landscape of Turkmenistan. First up, we've got Plav, the undisputed king of the Turkmen table. This dish is more than just food, it's a cultural icon, a symbol of Turkmen hospitality and tradition. This ain't your average rice dish, it's a labor of love, requiring skill and patience to get just right. We're talking tender, juicy lamb, layered with fluffy rice, carrots, and onions. Each ingredient plays a crucial role in creating the perfect harmony of flavors. The secret's in the Cuisine, a giant cast-iron pot that gives the plav its signature smoky flavor. This pot is essential for achieving that authentic taste. You'll find plav piled high at weddings, holidays, any excuse for a bloody good feast. It's a dish that marks celebrations and brings joy to any gathering. It's the kind of dish that brings people together, a symbol of hospitality and generosity. Sharing plav is like sharing a piece of Turkmen culture. Trust me, one bite of this and you'll understand why it's a national treasure. The flavors will dance on your palate, leaving you craving more. Don't even think about overcooking the lamb. It needs to be just right, tender and succulent. It needs to be fall-apart tender, practically melting in your mouth. This is what makes the dish so special, and the rice, fluffy, each grain separate and cooked to perfection. It's the foundation that holds the dish together. Get the balance right, and you've got yourself a dish fit for a king. It's a culinary masterpiece that showcases the best of Turkmen cuisine. Get it wrong, and you'll be on the first plane back to culinary school. You hear me? This dish demands respect and precision. Next up, we're having manti, little parcels of pure joy. These dumplings are a staple in many Central Asian cuisines and are beloved for their rich, hearty flavors. Imagine perfectly steamed dumplings filled with a savory mixture of minced lamb, onions, and spices. The aroma alone is enough to make your mouth water. They're like little pillows of flavor just waiting to burst in your mouth. Each bite is a delightful explosion of taste and texture. The dough needs to be thin, almost translucent so you can see the juicy filling inside. This delicate wrapping is key to achieving the perfect manti, and don't even get me started on the filling. It's a harmonious blend of ingredients that come together to create something truly special. It's all about the balance of flavors, the richness of the lamb, the sweetness of the onions, and the spices all play their part. You need that rich lamb, the sweetness of the onions, and a good kick of spice to bring it all together. It's a symphony of flavors in every bite. Steamed to perfection, these little beauties are best served piping hot with a dollop of sour cream or yogurt. The cool, creamy topping complements the warm, savory filling. It's the perfect contrast to the richness of the filling. The tanginess of the sour cream cuts through the richness, creating a balanced bite. Trust me, one bite of these and you'll be hooked. The combination of flavors and textures is simply irresistible. They're addictive, I'm telling you. Once you start, you won't be able to stop until the plate is empty. Now let's talk shashlik. This is Turkmenistan's answer to barbecue. And let me tell you, they don't mess around. We're talking succulent chunks of lamb, marinated to perfection, and grilled over an open flame. The key to a good shashlik is all in the marinade. We're talking a blend of yogurt, spices, and a touch of lemon juice to tenderize the meat. Let it soak up all those flavors, then thread it onto skewers and grill it over hot coals until it's beautifully charred on the outside and juicy on the inside. The smell alone is enough to make your mouth water. Serve it up with some flatbread, a simple salad, and a squeeze of lemon, and you've got yourself a feast fit for a sultan. Get ready for iklekli, a flatbread that's crispy, savory, and utterly addictive. This traditional dish is a staple in many households and has a unique charm that sets it apart from other flatbreads. Imagine a thin dough, stretched paper thin and filled with a mixture of ground meat, onions, and spices. The combination of these ingredients creates a symphony of flavors that dance on your taste buds. It's then cooked to perfection on a hot griddle, giving it those irresistible crispy edges. The sizzling sound as it cooks is music to the ears of any food lover. The beauty of iklekli is in its simplicity. With just a few basic ingredients, you can create something truly extraordinary. The dough is just flour, water, and a touch of salt. It's amazing how such humble ingredients can come together to form the base of this delicious flatbread. It's all about the filling and the way it's cooked. The right balance of meat and spices is crucial to achieving that perfect taste. You want that filling to be juicy and flavorful, not dry and bland. The seasoning plays a key role in enhancing the natural flavors of the meat. And the dough, it needs to be cooked just right so it's crispy on the outside and slightly chewy on the inside. This texture contrast is what makes iklekli so special. Iklekli is best enjoyed straight off the griddle, while it's still hot and the filling is molten. The experience of biting into a freshly cooked iklekli is unparalleled. Trust me, one bite and you'll be hooked. It's a culinary delight that you won't be able to resist coming back to again and again. Dogroma. This isn't your average bowl of soup, this is a culinary masterpiece. We're talking a rich, flavorful broth packed with tender chunks of lamb, vegetables, and tiny hand-rolled noodles. It's the kind of soup that warms you from the inside out, perfect for a cold winter's day. Now, the secret to a good dograma is all in the broth. You need to simmer those lamb bones for hours to extract all that flavor. And don't even think about using store-bought noodles. Those tiny hand-rolled noodles are what make this soup so special. They soak up all the flavors of the broth, making each bite a flavor explosion. Get it right, and you've got a soup that's both hearty and comforting. Get it wrong, and you'll be serving dishwater. It's that simple. Have you heard of gutap? These little pockets of goodness are similar to empanadas, but with a distinctly Turkmen twist. Imagine a crispy, flaky pastry filled with a savory mixture of ground meat, spinach, and spices. They're deep-fried until golden brown and served piping hot. The key to a good gutap is all in the pastry. It needs to be light, flaky, and not too greasy. And the filling? Well, that's where you can get creative. The traditional filling is a mixture of ground meat and spinach, but you can use whatever you like. Just make sure it's well seasoned and packed with flavor. One bite of these and you'll understand why they're a national treasure. Chow. This fermented camel milk drink might sound a bit out there, but trust me on this one. It's tangy, refreshing, and surprisingly addictive. It's the kind of drink that grows on you, and once you've acquired a taste for it, you'll be hooked. Chow is made by fermenting camel milk, which gives it its signature tangy flavor. It's often flavored with salt or sugar, and sometimes even herbs and spices. It's a popular drink in Turkmenistan, especially during the hot summer months. It's the perfect thirst quencher and a great source of probiotics. So, next time you're feeling adventurous, give chow a try. You might just be surprised at how much you like it. Finally, let's end this culinary journey on a sweet note with pishmi. These delicate cotton candy-like threads are made from sugar and flour, and they're absolutely irresistible. They're light, airy, and melt in your mouth, leaving you wanting more. Making pishmi is an art form. It involves stretching and pulling the sugar and flour mixture into thin threads, which are then formed into nests or balls. It's a labor of love, but the results are well worth the effort. Pishmi is the perfect way to end a meal or simply to satisfy your sweet cravings. It's a sweet treat that's sure to put a smile on your face. Thanks for joining us on this delicious journey through Turkmenistan's traditional foods. We've only scratched the surface of this fascinating country's cuisine, but I hope we've inspired you to try some of these dishes for yourself. Remember, cooking is all about passion, creativity, and a willingness to experiment. So get in the kitchen and get your hands dirty. And who knows, maybe you'll discover your next favorite dish. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more culinary adventures. Until next time, happy cooking.